Good morning.
Okay, we are live.
Good morning. This is a meeting of the Accountability Implementation Board Nominating Committee. I'm Dr. Shanesha Sauls, and I call the AIB Nominating Committee meeting to order. First, I'd like to remind everyone of the members that I have the honor and pleasure of serving alongside. They are our Vice Chair, Cheryl Boast, Francesca Brown, who is unable to make it or may be delayed, Rose Lee, Senator Paul Pinsky, and Dr. Ed Roots. Good morning, everyone. We are convened today as this committee because we must select 6 nominees for 3-member vacancies of the Accountability and Implementation Board due to the conclusion of AIB terms for the following: Dr. Britt Kerwin, Dr. Jennifer Lynch, and Justin Robinson. As a reminder, although Mr. Robinson was selected last year to serve, he was completing the term of an outgoing member who had to vacate his position early. So Mr. Robinson is up for possible renewal. Again, I welcome each of you, and I'm happy to open up the floor if there are any opening remarks from members of the committee. None. So our current AIB may be reappointed, but by law, this committee must select 2 names for each of the 3 vacancies. So that means at a minimum, as a committee, we will select 3 names for a total of 6 to submit to the governor for reappointment or appointment. We have 3 orders of business today that I believe we can commence with fairly quickly. First, the election of the nominating committee chair and vice chair. Second, to review the AIB candidate application process. And finally, a vote to hold our next meeting in closed session according to law. So I will start with the first order of business, which is the election of chair and vice chair, and ask if there are any nominations for chair and vice chair of the committee.
I'll put my name in for vice chair again.
I would like to nominate you, Director Sauls, to continue as our chair. I think you've done a wonderful job, so I have no objections to having you continue if you're willing.
Move nominations be closed.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Root. Thank you, Ms. Lee and Cheryl, for your willingness to serve. Are there any further comments about the nominations? Seeing none, we'll go into a vote. All those in favor of nominating Shanesha Sauls as chair and Cheryl Post as vice chair of the committee, please signify by raising your hand. Seeing none opposed, the motion passes. Thank you. Our second order of business is to review the candidate application procedures and timeline, and I will defer to Ms. Goodman to explain the process.
Certainly, thank you. So as this committee has done in the past, we've had a 2-week open application process for individuals who wish to submit an application and a resume as a candidate for a seat on the Accountability and Implementation Board. It's been determined that this application period will run from Friday, May 3rd through Friday, May 17th, and close at 8 p.m. on Friday, May 17th. All materials will be on the AIB Nominating Committee webpage, which is also on the Department of Legislative Services website, which is dls.maryland.gov. at policy areas /AIB nominating committee. Also, we will circulate a copy of all the instructions and all the information necessary for candidates to submit the appropriate information, plus all the appropriate email addresses through the AIB's listserv. The notice will be posted on the Maryland General Assembly website. And we will also send an email to all the members of the General Assembly for them to circulate as well. And I believe that MSEA also had circulated a notice of the vacancies the last round as well, I think was in last February and March. Candidates who wish to apply, they just have to follow the instructions by submitting both an application and a resume. And that application, as I said, is found on the DLS website. Individuals who have previously submitted a application, if you have submitted within the past 3 years, they will receive an email, and that email will include a link to a form, and that form will ask them whether they wish to affirmatively reactivate their application to be considered for this next round of vacancies. The current members of the AIB whose terms are expiring, but if we will also circulate an email to them to ask them if they wish to be renominated to serve for another term. An individual who sends in a resume and an application will receive a confirmation email from staff within 24 hours, letting them know that their application has been complete and that it complies with all the requirements from the bylaws. And individuals, as I said, who submitted within the last 3 years qualify. So we will take a look through our records and send that email to them so that everybody will get it this week. So look out for those emails if you're paying attention to that. Otherwise, Dr. Sauls, back to you.
Thank you. Are there any comments or questions from the committee? All right, so as a reminder, in terms of public participation, if you have comments and insights to share with us, we have one dedicated email that is distributed to each of the members of the committee to save you time from emailing us individually. Written comments and communications to the committee can be sent to AIB Nominating Committee at mlis.state.maryland.us. And again, those comments will be circulated, and I believe this information will also be available on the website. And finally, in order to talk about confidential matters, we will need to vote to hold the next meeting in executive session. So as a reminder, this is the language that I'm going to read about the Open Meetings Act and the closed meeting language specifically. So please excuse me, I am reading verbatim from the script in accordance with section 3-305B1 of the General Provisions article. The next meeting of the Accountability and Implementation Board Nominating Committee will be closed to discuss only the nominations of individuals over whom this public body has jurisdiction and any other personnel matter that affects one or more specific individuals. The date, time, and location of the closed meeting will be posted in advance on the Maryland General Assembly hearing schedule in late May, early June. With that, is there a motion to have our next meeting in closed session?
So moved. Cheryl.
Second.
Motion made by Cheryl Bost, seconded by Rose Lee. Any comments? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. With 5 in favor, none opposed, motion carries. That concludes the business of the committee. If there are no further comments or questions, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion made by Senator Pinsky. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Cheryl Bost. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, seeing none, we now stand adjourned. Thank you.